Guys, what's up? Hope you all are doing safe and sound at home. Stay safe from the coronavirus. Okay, today I'm gonna do a full review on the game The Forest. This was published by Night Games in 2018, and this is a survival horror game. You have to play in a first-person perspective, and this is an open world game. So, okay, let's get into it. So what happens in the game is, okay, I'm not gonna ruin the game's story for you. I'm just gonna give the first part of it. So we are traveling in a plane with our son, and it crash lands on a peninsula. So this is not an island. This is a peninsula, and then your son is kidnapped by someone, and you have to find your son. That's the basic part of the game. And in this game world, there's lots of things to do, and you have to protect yourself from uh, cannibals. Basically cannibals, they just attack you. This kind of a small game at about 5 GB download size, I guess, but don't take itself for granted because this has some decent graphics for a 5 GB game and lots of things to do in the map and pretty decent gameplay. So if you guys are building stuff, crafting stuff and stuff like that, you should definitely play this game, and if you are kind of a just jump and shoot guy, then I guess this is not a game for you, so keep that in mind. So first of all, let's talk about the basics. So you will start at the plane, you'll find an axe, and some supplies, medicine, food, booze, drinks and stuff. So you just have to start surviving with those. First thing you will have to do is build up a shelter so you can survive from animals, cannibals, and you will have to build a fire so you have some illumination around at night, and also you will have to find some food and also some clean water to drink. So most of the water sources, there are several water sources around the map, small ponds and lakes, but none of them have clean water, so you'll have to build some stuff to gather clean water. I'll show those to you later. Okay, for food you can just hunt any animal you see and gather meat from them, or you can eat berries and mushrooms and stuff. There are lots of things to do in this game. So first thing you will have to do is find a place for a good shelter and also build up some fires, and also uh, find a source of food and clean water to drink. So guys, then we are going to talk about the map. Okay, so there's no map at the beginning. We'll have to find it in cave number 2. So just when you die, I mean when cannibals attack you and your health goes low, they will drag you into a cave. So this is the cave number 2, and when you come to your senses, you will find a map from a dead body right at the place you are hanged from, and that's one way to get the map. And the other way is to find the cave number 2 and explore it, and then you will find the map and the compass. So the map is blank at first, and it'll reveal in a hand-drawn pattern. As you can see, I have cleared all of the map, I have drawn all of the map, so it'll draw as you explore the world. So it's pretty cool, I guess, than getting a map for everything. And these places are not accurately shown. You can see there's a pin, a red color pin at the bottom of the map, bottom right of the map. That's the place where I am, and as you go you can discover many things. So the story is based around, you can see a black round thing on the map, center of the map. That's a sinkhole, and this thing leads, this is the entrance and exit to many caves found around the map. So the many caves will lead to this place, and it's related to the story of the game. Okay guys, so this is the sinkhole I told you about, and it's in the center of the map. There are several ways to get down to it. I have seen some players do some crazy shit, man. So some guys just build the structures from all the way up here to down. You will need many logs to do that, or they just build a climbing zip line, not a climbing zip line, a zip line down to it, or a climbing rope, or just several ways they go down this. Some even jump from rock to rock and just go down the sinkhole. But to exit it, you will need to either travel through a cave, or just it's better to build up a staircase. So rather than building a staircase again, there are some caves that open up into the bottom of this sinkhole, so you can just find a cave and explore it, and you can just come through it. So another thing in this game is there is no fast travel. So you can see the map is kind of large, and you will have to travel everywhere by foot and no fast travel. I think it's better because it actually gives you a feeling of surviving in the woods, but sometimes it can be time consuming and annoying to go everywhere by foot. The next thing is you get a survival handbook. Okay, in the survival handbook you get just the basics of survival. They are giving you a short tutorial to stuff, and here you can see you can build stuff. There are different kinds of stuff to build, and I'll talk about the structures and things we can build later. But first of all, let's talk about the to-do list. Here you will find what your missions are. Actually the missions will, those are not missions, actually those are just tasks, and they will pop up as you explore. So you have to either you can complete them, or just carry on with the main mission to finding our son Timmy. Okay, the survival book also shows how many days you have survived and your current feelings, sanity, strength, weight, coolness, hydration and stuff. So you can see on the bottom right of the corner there's a stomach showing our hungry meter, and there's a water droplet showing our thirst, and on the left you can see a red bar showing our health, and on the left of that there are some smaller bars that's showing our armor or the clothing we wear. And to the right there's a light blue bar, it shows how much energy you have, and the dark blue bar shows how much stamina you have. So this will reduce as you feel hungry and hydrated, so you'll have to keep finding food and drink clean water or sodas or whatever you can find in the world. Okay, then we are gonna talk about caves. So there are about 9 or 10 caves all around the map. You can see where my pin is at, and that icon shows a cave entrance, and also you can see some icons showing a little strip with a down arrow. Those are also points where you can climb down into the caves. So I'm gonna give a tip here for you. So the map and the surrounding will be so dark at night and inside the caves, and this game is built so that your visibility is so much limited at night and inside caves. So you have a lighter for your basic lightning, but that won't do enough for cave exploring because it don't light up long range. So you will have to either wrap your axe around with some cloth and light it up like this, so it will give a better illumination. That's the best thing I suggest. Or you can find a torch. There are some torches in 1 or 2 caves, so if you can find the torch you can use it, and it needs batteries too, so you have to keep that in mind. So the thing you can do to reduce this darkness is you will have to go to the settings, and under graphic settings there is the shadows setting, so you can put it on ultra low and it will lighten up the world so much better, but it will lose the color you have on the world. So keep that in mind too. There's a trade-off, but I think it's better if you put it on low or ultra low, because you won't be able to see inside caves very clearly if you don't keep the setting low. the first thing is the major loot in this game. I mean, the best weapons, equipment, and medicines, stuff like that. Dynamite and stuff like that. All of those can be found majorly in the caves. So the best stuff are in the caves, and the map changes as we climb down into a cave. There's a network of caves, so the same thing goes. The cave map is drawn as we explore the caves. So there's a separate map for the caves. It will draw as you explore the caves. So you will have to explore all these caves and find there are several collectible items. I'll talk about them later. And also you will have to explore the caves to find the best equipment. But be wary, you'll find the hardest cannibals in this game inside these caves, because there are mutant cannibals and they'll be much harder to find, and there are a lot of cannibals inside these caves. There's an area with beach and ocean on the bottom left side of the map, and you can find some different stuff here. I mean, there's a yacht here, there are some collectibles in some nearby islands, and the best thing of all, you will have to search for turtle shells or tortoise shells for building some stuff, and they are only found near lakes or near the beach. So my best bet is you have to come down here, and you can easily find turtles on the beach, and you can just kill them and take them. So guys, there are lakes all around the map. You can drink water from them, hunt fish, or do stuff like that. Okay guys, the next thing I want to talk about is the different areas of the map. So the peninsula we are in, the most of the peninsula is covered with dense forests, and there are lakes and ocean and beach as I told you. But there's also a snowy area on the northernmost part of the map. The top northern part all have a snowy area, so you have to build up a warm suit before you can explore this, because you will feel cold and you won't survive much long in the cold. So you'll just have to hunt some animals and craft a warm suit before you can explore the northernmost region. And the cockpit part of our plane which crashed is in the northern part of the map, in this snowy region, somewhere in the snow. So next I'm going to talk about crafting. So this is our inventory, and there's lots and lots of stuff to craft. You can basically craft anything from scratch in your inventory. So you can craft arrows, as well as some bags, shoes, clothes, armor, weapons, everything. Even explosives you can craft from your inventory if you have the right components. So let's talk about what we have here. So first of all, you can see I have gathered some resources. You can, in the inventory they show the resources you have: sticks, rocks, small pebbles, all gun ammo, medicines, plants, different plants, collectibles, soda, food, bones, all this is stuff. Okay, so let's talk about crafting. So first of all, when you put something in your crafting table, and this small cogwheel appears, and when you hover your cursor on it, you can see all the stuff you can craft from that component, as well as the items needed for the crafting. So I have crafted many things here. You can craft a bow here, a crafted bow. You can craft an axe, a club, some shoes. We got the plain axe. That's our basic weapon for the first several days of the game. So you'll have to do fine with everything with that axe. But the thing is, you can upgrade every weapon. So when you put a weapon up to the crafting table and hover over the cogwheel, you can see there's you can build a burning weapon, a poison weapon, speed up the weapons, and you can increase or decrease the stats of the weapon depending on the stuff depending on the component you use to craft. So if I combine the cloth and the axe, you can see it's now I can equip this and light this up. So you got a flaming weapon. So like that, there are several things you can do to the weapons. So another thing I want to talk to you about when crafting is you can craft armor. So for crafting armor, you will need there are two types of armor you can craft. You can craft either bone armor using bones you collect by burning cannibal bodies. That's the easiest way to collect bones. You can kill a cannibal, take their body and put it on a fire, then you will get bones from that body. So you can form a bone armor, or you can kill lizards. There are crocodiles as well as some iguana lizards, I guess. I don't know what kind. So you can find the you can kill them and take their skin, and the lizard skin lets you build a stealth armor by combining with leaves. So those are the two types of armor you have. I think the bone armor offers much more better protection. Then we got plants. These plants allow you to heal. Let's take one here. So you can see each plant let you combine with some other plants and build a health mix, or you can build an energy mix using plants. This will help you to recover your health as well as replenish your energy when you're exploring the world. Or you can use just meds found in the caves or soda cans found in the caves. These will immediately restore all your health and energy. Or you can find snacks to restore your energy and hunger. So let me talk about the weapons. So most of these weapons like the machete, the axe here, the modern bow, tennis racket, the katana, there's a crossbow. I still have to find it. I haven't found it yet. The chainsaw here is can also be used as a weapon. So most of these weapons are found inside caves. So you'll have to explore the caves to find these weapons, and some are found in special locations of the map. And the flare gun you will find in the cockpit of the plane, which I showed you in the snowy area. And there's a special weapon, the flintlock pistol. So for you cannot find the pistol entirely, so it acts as a collectible. There are 8 parts of the pistol. You will have to find all the 8 parts. They are scattered all around the map. So once you have found all the 8 parts, you can assemble them and form the pistol, and you have to find special ammo for those also. Okay, so that's basically for the weapons. I'm not gonna do a whole thing about weapons. Another thing I want to say is you have to find the rebreather from cave number 5. So most of the caves have underwater areas that have to be explored to complete the story or find the valuable equipment in them. You will need a rebreather to dive through those areas, because you won't be able to hold enough breath to access some areas, and this have to be refilled with air canisters. This you can find in caves. Also for the chainsaw you need fuel, so fuel cans are usually also found in caves and near the cockpit of the plane. When we talk about collectibles, first come the pistol parts. You can find those parts and assemble the pistol. Then comes some tapes with this just play music and increase your energy and stamina. So to play these you will need a cassette player. You will have to find it in the cave. And then there are the videotapes. These reveal what happened in the island and what caused these cannibals and mutations. So you will need a camcorder for that. I haven't still found a camcorder yet, so I think it's in cave number 9 or 7, I can't remember. The another collectible is Timmy's toy. So parts of this toy is spread across the cave networks, so you will have to find each part. There are 6 parts, then you can assemble the toy. So these are not required for the completion of the main story, but you can do it as a fun thing. So let's talk about the stuff you can build in this game. So when you take fires, there are 4 types of fires you can build. This is a basic fire, a bonfire, a standing fire, and a fire pit. So you can cook your food. I mean, you can just barbecue it on a basic fire or a fire pit. And the basic fire is the easiest to build because it takes only 2 sticks and several leaves. You'll find leaves, a lot of leaves. And the fire pit needs some rocks and just a few sticks. So each of these fires give a different amount of light. So the basic fire gives the least amount, the standing fire gives the least amount, then the basic fire gives a better amount of light, and the fire pit gives even a better amount of light, and the bonfire gives a huge amount of light and it will enlighten a whole area. So the thing is, the basic fire will only light for a small period of time, and the standing fire will also light for a small period of time, but the bonfire and the fire pit will keep burning for a much longer period. But the thing is, you cannot cook food in a bonfire, so keep that in mind when building a fire. And these fires will burn out in just several minutes. And the most important thing is, once you build up a fire, cannibals will get attracted to your base, so it's better to stay in the dark if you want to stay protected from cannibals. And if you are up for a fight, light your base up with fire, then you'll get a whole lot of cannibals. Okay, then we go to shelters. So there are 4 types of shelters. You can build a temporary shelter for one time use only. So once you have spent a night there, the shelter will break down and you cannot use it again. Then you can build a log cabin, a small cabin, or a hunting shelter. So if you are exploring a lot, I recommend you build a hunting shelter each place you go, so it'll be easy for you to build as well as keep saving your game everywhere you go. Because building a log cabin takes a lot of logs, and I don't recommend building it because it will take you a lot of time for cutting down many trees for building the log cabin. Okay, then we talk about food. Here they have given in the survival book how to make a garden, a drying rack for drying your meat, a water collector, and the important thing I told you before is that for building a water collector you need a tortoise shell or a turtle shell. So you can find those only near lakes or at the beach. So this is the only way you can gather clean water in this game. There's no other way, so better to build a water collector as soon as possible. Then there's the rabbit cage. As you saw earlier, I found a rabbit in the trap I built. So we can take the rabbit from the trap and put him in a rabbit cage, so we can kill him later if we want. Because if we kill the rabbit and keep the meat in our inventory, the meat will get spoiled after 1 or 2 days. So we cannot keep meat in our inventory for a long time. But I'll give you a tip here. If you have raw meat, put it on a drying rack, so the meat will dry out and it will be a fresh dry meat as long as you keep it on the rack. And as soon as you take it into the inventory, in a few days it will get spoiled. So use the meat and hang it on a drying rack, and it will keep your meat fresh for days. The next thing is storage. So you can build stick holders, log holders, or rock holders. So extra resources you collect, you can store them in these, and it will take only a little amount of sticks to build, so you can store extra resources for further use. This log sled you can use to gather logs. So I told you can carry only 2 logs at a time, but by using a log sled you can carry about 12 logs at a time. You can just cut down trees, put the logs in the log sled, and then carry it to your building site. So the next thing is there is storage for weapon racks. You can store all your weapons in weapon racks, small cabinets, large cabinets, and explosive holders. The skin racks lets you hold about 20 skins. The armor rack lets you hold your armors. Arrow basket lets you hold your arrows, and bone basket lets hold your extra bones. So okay, so building custom buildings, you can see that I can build a custom framework right around here. Let me just show you an example. You can decide the height you want, the shape you want, the area you want, and it will just lock into place when you complete the shape, and it will give you a platform like this if you build on a custom platform. So the thing is, it will take a lot of logs to build as you increase the size and height of the building. Then rock walls. These walls will give you the best protection against cannibal attacks because they are harder to knock down. Stick fence is just that's for deco, I think, because they won't provide much defense. They can also build bone fence and rock bars around your base. Then you can build tree houses. So you will need a tree to build a tree house, obviously. So this is my alpine tree house here. This is, you'll need, you can see it just locks on there. So you can build a tree house like that. You can build tree bridges from one tree house to a next. Basic course, old city doors, simple stairs, stuff like that. So utility stick markers you can use. I don't know what they're used for actually. I think marking our way in or something. So you can build good target for training with your arrows or spears, spear throwing, or shooting with the guns or stuff like that. You can collect tree sap with the tree sap collector. So I don't recommend building this because you collect enough tree sap once you start cutting down trees. Then this is a freestanding zipline. Okay, I built the freestanding zipline here. It lets you travel fast from one point to another, but you can travel only from a higher point to a lower point. So keep that in mind. You can build tree ziplines and a crane. I don't know what the crane they are using for, just to get up into a base, I guess, because I tried building a crane and gathering up logs into the base, lifting up from the crane, but it did not work because I couldn't put the logs and hold them in place. Then you can build wood benches where you work. This will restore your energy quickly. There are tables, chairs, and the small bed. So if you are building a custom house, there won't be a place for you to save the game and rest. So you'll have to build a small bed to save your game always. And so there's a fireplace, side table, couch, bone chair, deer skin, rabbit. These are decorations. So skull lamps, you can use standing skull lamps or hanging skull lamps. I told you before, the skull lamps are the best way to illuminate your buildings, because the thing is you don't have to light them up from time to time and they will keep lighting forever. The only downside is they give only a small amount of light, so just build about 4 or 5 or 6 and you can build a skull chandelier and it'll light up the middle of the room. These are just decors and it'll give constant light to you, so you don't have to just light it up every time you come. Okay, there are some more decorative skulls, head trophies, weapon displays, wall planters, the birdhouse, stick frames and stuff like that. Okay, then you got to talk about traps. So there are several types of traps. The rabbit traps let you catch rabbits, but sometimes squirrels, raccoons, lizards get trapped in them, so you can kill those and gather meat and skin from them. Also you can build a leaf pile trap, so if an animal comes onto that, you can just set it on fire and let them burn. You can build a molotov wire trap, which will this will work on better on cannibals than animals, because they will help you to fend off cannibals easily. They can build explosive wire traps, deadfall traps, rope swing traps, happy birthday trap. This thing is so cool. Let me show you. I got a happy birthday trap right here in my base. Okay, so I got one right here, so let me come from the other side. I let that place open, so if a cannibal comes through there, so they'll find spots that are open in your wall. If you have built a wall, they'll just try to find an open place so they can get in the base. So if I just go through here, see that it snaps and these spikes will just impale down any cannibal that comes in this way. So I can reset the trap. That takes only one stick to reset the trap, so it's pretty much cool to set up several traps around your base so that you can kill cannibals. Another thing, the noose trap. So the noose trap is usually used to catch cannibals. I thought it was there to catch deer or something, but it didn't work because they never get trap is used to catch cannibals alive. So you can catch a cannibal alive by using a nose trap. It will just hang him up. Then you got defense. These are defensive walls. You can just custom build in any area you want. And then there are defensive spikes. This takes a lot of blocks to make, so I don't recommend building them. So it's better if you build defensive wall spikes and stuff like that. So it will take only some sticks and rocks. So there are catapults also. You can launch rocks from the catapults, but keep in mind that the catapults have a limited range. I mean, you can shoot rocks a bit far, but the thing is they have only a small angle of turning, so you cannot aim a wide range for using a catapult. And another thing is, if you are building a catapult, you should build it on a platform, because you can see if I build a catapult here, I cannot even see the enemy behind the wall. So if you build it up on a platform, it will be easier for you to see the enemy and fire at the enemy. Then if you are near the sea, you can build a small raft, a houseboat, a dock, a large raft and stuff like that. So my recommendation is build a small raft if you want to travel, because it will take a very less amount of logs. Building a houseboat will not give you an advantage, because the thing is, you cannot save in a houseboat, but if you build a houseboat and a bed in it, you can do that. So keep that in mind too. Another important tip is, cannibals won't follow you into the water. They won't hunt you into the water. So if you can be in the water, then you have a chance at surviving, because the cannibals won't just hunt you down in the. So this is the final thing you can build. Then SOS sign, it just take a lot of rocks, and there's okay, the most important thing, effigies. You can build effigies around your base, so these will scare the cannibals if they ever come near your base. So to build these effigies, there are several types of effigies. You will need body parts. Here you can see there are 4 legs, arms and stuff. So you can gather these by killing cannibals. So you can kill cannibals and build effigies around your base. So these effigies will scare cannibals away and keep them away from your base. But I don't guarantee you it will work every time, because some cannibals care to ignore these effigies and just come and attack you. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it. So if you guys like the video, put down a comment. If you got any questions, also put them in the comment section. Like the video, share this video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, smash that big red button and subscribe my channel to get new videos like this. So I think basically this is one of the best games I've played, because it's kind of hard. Even in the normal mode, it's kind of hard to fend yourself off, and it just takes a bit of practice to survive in this game, and it will give you scares, man. Those cannibals are so scary at night, and they will just jump on you. They will climb trees and just jump onto you as you pass by, and they'll attack relentlessly. They'll just keep searching for your bases and keep on coming. As days go by, they'll increase the count, and it'll be harder for you to defend. So thank you guys for watching. Catch you in a new video.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.